going on, Daniel? How you doing, bro? Get that adjusted on there. See if that thing can actually hold. All right. Look at me. I never had so much paint stuck on me in my life. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. All right, let's see who rolls in this evening. Do I have air conditioning? I do if I want it, yeah. Actually, it was pretty cool today. How you doing, Knowledgeable? What's going on? Cindy, enjoying the content. Thank you, honey. I enjoy that you are here, honestly. I am so painted up. I have this special kind of paint for masonry block, and it's like impossible to get this stuff off of me. I've been scraping half of my skin off today, trying to get this shit off of me, man. There's just no way. I have to sit there and just pick away at it. Yeah, tomorrow. I don't wear gloves usually when I paint, but you better bet your ass I'll be wearing them tomorrow when I paint. Anyway, thank you to those of you who've been watching the videos. As you saw, it was quite a devastating blow to see that the tent covering a lot of the church stuff was destroyed once again, this time by wind, and this. So I'm going to have to be involved in that project, but not till I finish. I should be able to finish up the painting tomorrow. I only got so much time up on the ladder, and then my legs start to get a little, the knees start to hurt. Please hit the thumbs up if you're coming in. We got 24 people and only 6 thumbs up. Let's hit that thumbs up button. I got a few beers chilling down. I'm gonna wait a little bit for them to get nice and icy cold, and then we're gonna go grab one. Let me make sure I'm charging, which I am. So I had the unusual experience on the lives. It was bad, Cindy. It's bad, honey. I'm getting tired of that. I'm really getting tired of the devil mucking around and making shit 3 times harder than it's gotta be. But I should be able to finish up the painting tomorrow. That's the good news. And then the bad news, it's onto the tarp. Everybody sure as hell knows how to get their mileage out of me down here. So once again, hit that thumbs up button if you're just coming in. So that's why I'm looking crazy with all this paint all over me, that I'm just continuously scraping off half of my skin. I never had a paint that bonded like this. Oh, latex cleans up with paint and water. Yeah, for 25 years, till I found this crap. Like a horror show, man. You go into any hotel, motel, or restaurant, they're like, oh, jeez. So, people have been asking when's the next mega stream. It's tomorrow night. So we never have 2 nights in a row with big streams because, frankly, it's a lot of wear and tear to put down 6 or 7 miles on a journey. So I like to do 1 night on, 1 night off. And Saturday night will be at the Z-Man. So you can have another beer on Fremont. Scotty, what's going on? I got a beer coming right out of my room in a bit. I just have to let it cool down. I didn't put it in till about 10 minutes ago. So it's going to take about 15-20 minutes or so, and I'm thinking about having something tonight that I haven't had in a long time, and that's some tacos. Might get a taco meal to carry out to carry out later. Get the whole carry out platter. They got that new place, Tacos Escobar here, which seems to have gotten a lot of decent reviews. So I'm not going to review it tonight, but I'm thinking about going over and trying the tacos. I'll take you guys along. We'll get carry out. We'll come back, hang out a bit. Man, it's just so disconcerting to have paint that you can't remove. I don't know. I don't feel like putting solvent on my hands. 1 pound of hamburgers, 8+. You know what that's translating into, knowledge? What's going on, Russ? You know what that's translating into, knowledge? It's translating into 22, 26. I've even seen $29 burgers. $29. And I used to laugh 5 years ago when Gordon Ramsay had like a gold foil hamburger for like $25. Like, are you kidding? A lot of it's greed too, knowledgeable. A lot of it is just plain greed. So what's going on, Elmer? How you doing? And that's about my. If I'm yawning, it's because I'm exhausted. You know, painting a house alone and not using spray equipment is, it's a job. It is a job. So going up and down that ladder, plus this paint is so thick that I don't know what it is. Like painting with pudding, I guess it is. But I'm thinking of buying a meat grinder. I don't know if you would achieve any savings with a meat grinder. I don't know, knowledge. You know, today I did the cutting in, Ronnie, which is the most tedious part. I like to do the toughest stuff first in order. The prep work yesterday, hate it. The cutting in around doors, windows today, don't like it a lot, don't hate it, don't love it. And then tomorrow I've got about an hour and a half of additional cutting in to do, and then it's just rollerama, man. It's Roller City right there, and that's going to be a breeze. What's going on, Naomi? And then, you know what? I'm done. Yeah, we still have half of the one side to the back and the full back to do, but that, you can't do it. When the tent is there, used to have grinder to make ham salad. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do it, knowledgeable. I just don't know if you would save money doing it. Would you or would you not? I don't know. I guess you get a piece of chuck or something and a lower cut and you throw it in. I mean, they used to do round steak. I think they're probably doing chuck. I don't know. Making my Costco order finalized. Okay, well, I've been painting my sack off over here today, and half of the paint is stuck to me. I never bother wearing gloves when I'm painting because it always comes right off, not this shit. This stuff is some super whammo adhesive crap that sticks to the block wall like crazy, so I don't know. I feel like a dope. Hey Nino, how are you? Nice to see you. See Nino for waffling, the same price, less quality with the filet. I don't know. No, but if you notice stores these days, a lot of grocery stores, all they're doing is featuring, chuck steak is like their big special. And hell, man, chuck steak is a shit to deal with. Yeah, thank you very much, Naomi. I'm trying as hard as I can, huh? Like I say, I like to work from the hardest stuff and then go to the easy. Some people would just roll it and then do all that cutting into windows and doors and all that stuff later. No, I like to do the hardest shit first. So, who is that? Deja Vu. Robbie, I'm doing all right. I'm a little beat tonight, but that's okay. We're going to have a beer or two. I got some beers chilling down on ice. We're gonna go grab them and continue to hang out. It's a little quiet on this side. They're booming music on the other side in the courtyard over here. So look great at the look great on the ladder. Tell you the worst part was seeing that tent again is destroyed by the wind this time. I tell you the third time, man. Oh wow. I am just dreading wrestling with that job again, but now there's a gigantic mega tarp that just covers everything, supposedly right down the ground level. So I don't know. Nothing a cold boy. That's right, Robbie. Nothing. Nothing a cold winter 3 won't do. So. I have more content from Culver City over in LA that I'm going to be rolling tomorrow. I have a Culver City at Night cinematic experience that's going to be coming up. It's only about 3 minutes long, but it gives you the essence of Culver City at nighttime with looking pretty, the city lit up, a couple of the street scenes and things. You'll enjoy that. I also have a restaurant review. I think it's the last one with my daughter. It's going to be Jameson's Pub, which is a central rowdy pub in Culver City that everybody likes to go to. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of these air conditioners just run all the time in here. I don't know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some cold ones. All right, we got somebody checking in. I don't know. Hello. Good evening.
How you doing?
Good, ladies. How are you doing?
All right.
All right. Not yet. I'm going to go over to, I think the taco place tonight. Ladies are getting checked in. Yeah. Yeah, they're not really ferns. They're some kind of desert palm. I never knew. They're very prickly and pointy. I don't know if they're real or not. I have no idea. I got no idea. So I think I'm gonna get tacos Escobar. I'm gonna see about getting a carry-out dish, but that's not gonna be for a couple hours. I stupidly forgot to chill the beer down until about 5 minutes before I went live. So there's no sense having a beer that's not icy cold. So I'm just gonna have to just bullshit with you guys for a while until it's time to grab one. I ordered my ferns on Tamu. I have no idea here. They're not really a fern, they're a palm. And like I said, I don't really know. I guess they're real. Seems like they're always the same size. I don't know what's real and fake around this place. Keep the warm beer in Europe. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Clark Kent Patio, how you doing? What's going on? Hello, Shemay. We haven't seen you in a hot minute. I hope you're doing okay. Hope everything is going on in your world. We had a very fun stream last night. I think tomorrow we're gonna go down. I've got a lot. I don't know why people always seem obsessed with seeing the wedding chapels, and well, Friday night should be popping down there as we make our way down towards Sahara. So I think we're gonna do that tomorrow. We're not gonna take off till about 4 o'clock or so. Because there's no sense fighting the sun. It's too hard to fight that. Some 3D printing. Yeah, another friend of mine, Nathan up in Canada, he does a lot of 3D printing too. I've been trying to get a lot more into understanding technology side of AI and getting much more immersed in that, from a philosophical and a technical point of view. That's been taking up some of my time and working with some AI tools to do a final work through on my book edits and things like that. So, how have you been, Shimei? It's nice to see you. Takes a while also when you have those long live streams. It takes a while to decompress after one of those. I mean, you just don't lay down, and it takes a while. Your mind is absorbing all the stuff you did on the live stream. I don't know whether this damn thing is real or not. Who the hell knows? It's nice and quiet back here. How you doing, Desert? What's going on? So why am I sitting here tonight? Well, I'm waiting for some beer to cool down. I am very, very tired today. Last 2 days have been physically, I don't want to say exhausting, but demanding. And when you put a work day of prep work and then you put a live stream behind it, you're out there for a long time. I made some really cool ammo boxes with my 3D printer. That's cool. I think it's probably pretty amazing what you can do with a 3D printer. I don't know, but they became affordable. Where do you get all the resins and stuff to put in? It's all plastic, right? I finished mine. Halfway through the program. Congratulations to you. Very good. Well, we've missed you. It was a draining day. Yeah, you put that on top of it. So, tomorrow I'm going to, what is that? Sedona. Oh, that's beautiful up there. I've never been before, but they say it's very beautiful. That and Santa Fe with all the pastel colors, which I happen to like. I like muted desert colors. But on the other hand, I like flashy neon too. So, go figure. I'll put my feet up on the table. You should go do a live stream there. What, Sedona? Hey, Bunky, how you doing? Yeah, I never do two big live stream in a row. I used to do that, and about 2 years ago, I stopped doing that. Especially when I'm doing as much physical labor as I am now, a full day painting, literally from 9 to 3, which is a lot. I mean, I'm not 8 hours on the clock, but shit, when you're up and down on a ladder and your knees start to get a little cranky after a few hours. And then it's no fun working at ground level, taking the wall paint down to the ground. If you look at Qatar Airways and Virgin Airlines, what is this? 1/128, you get my favorite color. Their favorite color over there right now, Naomi, is bleeding red ink. And they have all kinds of colors, different filaments. I get mine from Store Casey. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you just get these they get these blocks and they can just, yeah, I think I've seen them before. It's been around for a while. Of course, this AI is taking over everything. Pretty soon AI will just attach and you'll just tell your 3D printer what the hell to make. You don't even have to have a sample model there to run it. It'll just find it off the web and produce it. It'll steal somebody's blueprints. What's going on, Elmer? I think I've been 1 week on the road. Yeah, 1 week on the road. And I'm leaving Thursday. I've got another tarping job to do. Really quiet down here. Really quiet down here. I would have thought there'd be more people around because this is the most comfortable time of year. This in October, November. Yeah, I would have thought there'd be more people down here. But I think the cost of fuel's really got people spooked. Like I said, 2 YouTube subscribers that have never talked to me about price ever. Both of them mentioned to me yesterday how much it costs to fill up their tanks, and they've never talked about that before. Never. I mean, you gotta remember, last time I was down here in March, it was like you could even find $2.69 a gallon. Now you can't really, everything's almost $5 here. Actually had some clouds coming today, a little bit of humidity. But the weather has been perfect. I'm just sorry the special masonry paint I have for block walls and stuff, you just can't, it just doesn't wash off. It just really sucks. Yeah, it's peaceful. This is why I come over to this side. Precisely because I don't have to fight the music over there and the people playing mini golf, and this is always very quiet over here. It's between the 2 parts of the hotel. You got the downtowner, and then next door you got the Wild, W-Y-L-D-E, which is the same, kind of the same management, but same booking and all that. Station here is $5 or more, yeah. So I filled up yesterday before we had the big $8 barrel surge. So I don't know what it would be. I dread to see what it's going to be when I get down to Bakersfield on the way home. Dread to see what that's going to be.
Housekeeping? Housekeeping?
What was it at the low point?
Hi, hello. I'm sorry.
I had to call a housekeeping back in. Some people go over their rooms with a fine tooth comb. Please hit the thumbs up button, guys. It is appreciated. So those of you coming late, I still have 2 more uploads from LA. A night in Culver City, a cinematic experience, as well as the last restaurant review, which was Jameson's Pub, which is the popular local hangout. And I was down there when the Lakers were playing that night against the Rockets in the playoffs. Shuffling. I hope it wasn't bed bugs. Never seen that. Never had any evidence of bed bugs here, believe it or not, all the years I've stayed here. But interestingly enough, the big fancy places are the ones that seem to have the, the Luxor, the Wynn had some kind of Legionnaire's disease. People were getting deathly ill in the air conditioning system. There was some kind of bug or something that was circulating through the system. Can you imagine that? Where is that? Skylar. Oh, traveling spot. I'm going. Well, where are you going to? Where are you heading to?
Take those cars out, you get those stops behind cars. Hey, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Just hanging out. What are you up to?
Just hanging out,
Yeah?
chatting with friends. Skylar, you asked that 3 months ago, and you still come back and talk about the same thing. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Danny? Greetings from Germany. I just came from the pub. Oh shit! What kind of beer did you have there, Danny? What kind of beer did you have there? I couldn't imagine having real, genuine German beer. Not this pseudo beer we have around here. Oh yeah, you were telling me they just came out with the new. Is that like a seasonal beer or something? By the way, tomorrow's May Day. Tomorrow is May Day.
Room service. Guys. We're supposed to clean things.
I wouldn't even know where the hell to find it here. They probably don't even have it.
It'll keep it warm. For the time being, guys. It's gonna be good for the night.
wouldn't even know where to find it. The most we have is like Warsteiner beer or something like that, or Frinkle Gruber, Franz Gruber or something.
Xbox?
German beer is
That's why
a
we
bit
had-
stronger than beer. I have no idea. I enjoy my wimpy little 4.5%.
Housekeeping?
We're ordering in their blankets for the night.
Okay, thank you,
My
bye-bye.
car inspected on the grant. I'll do you better. Remember the truck came from Texas, right? Came up here. That thing hadn't even been registered for 6 years on the road, and it never got caught out by the cops or anything until down here in Las Vegas when I was parked on a public lot. And the license plate snatcher just saw that it wasn't registered. And I got a ticket. What's going on, Ronnie? It's like, wow, And then I went to get the car titled in California, the truck. And I thought I'd have to pay all these massive back registration fees in Texas, and they're like, why? That's Texas's problem. That's Texas's problem. I brought my van, Skylar. I haven't been on, I went on a bus from Santa Rosa to the airport when I flew east to spend time with my daughter there. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in, guys. We're about 5 minutes away from walking over and getting a brew.
Yeah, when do you guys want to go to Fremont, like right now?
Okay. I don't want to be on all the way.
Yeah, you probably would, Ronnie. You've been conditioned. What's going on, Cobra John? You've been conditioned to that cold. Whereas the advantage that I had was I didn't run the heat at the house this winter. German beer is also. I don't know, I just like my light beer because I can drink a few of them and it's nice, really nice. How you doing in his service? Nice to see you tonight. Wow, the heater's on. It's been beautiful down here. I don't even think it cracked. I don't even think it cracked 85 degrees today. Another surgery, number 6. Well, I'm gonna surgically open a beer right now. Let's go over and grab it. Oh. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna surgically grab a brew. Oh, it feels cool tonight, very comfortable. That's what I do. I might have too, I don't know. Oh, ooh. Oh, thank you, Skylar. Oh. We'll go sit further in the back so we're not bothering those people that checked in. Yeah, I like a low gravity. I don't drink to get drunk. I do enjoy a mini or two. Yeah, I changed room because the sewer smell was so bad over there. This is really nice. There's no rotten smells at all. Give me a second here. No raunchy smells at all. Alright, this baby feels hyper cold. Let's head back over. We'll sit for further in the back. You might get the AC noise. That's the problem over there. Yeah, it was too far to the back, and you get that sewer smell. 'Cause I don't know, there's something when they built this place. I'm not a plumber by trade, but I've done enough plumbing in my life and understand plumbing to realize there's a trapping problem with the odor. They probably used the wrong size P-trap or something when they plumbed out this place, and it's just, well, the whole city also stinks, the sewer system here. It's horrendous. So the room was nice. It was almost in the very back down here. It's a shame they don't have any place to sit on the upper deck there. We had some problem there. Some kind of security issue. That's the big manager. That's the area manager there in the blue. I'll be here and I'll be leaving next Thursday. Wednesday, third, I don't know. Second time security. We had somebody sleeping in a bench in the back this morning. It's going to be a wild weekend, folks. You believe it coming up. Mr. Z is probably resting. He has long days on that crane. This is his peak season. The shot there, that smell, yeah. That smell was wretched. I don't know whether they're accusing the woman stole something or something. I don't know. It's an angry world these days. Man, she had to walk back there with the security guy. Oh, man. David, you got to stick it in where you can fit it in, man. Desert Manor. That's it. You know, we're not all born to be at the Bellagio, bro. We're not all born to be at the Bellagio. Just got prickled by that bush. Oh, man. So I think I'm going to go over to Tacos Escobar. Sorry about all the paint on my hands. I can't get the shit off. I like tacky cheese. I just like cheap. I don't even give a shit, tacky or fancy. Definitely cooling off tonight. Definitely cooling off. This is about as cheap as it gets. The next step down from here is a hostel. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're just coming in. I thought that they were going to kick that woman out over there. It's weird. We had a group, a Chinese tour group come through, and they were, I guess they were deaf or something. They were using sign language. I don't know what you would get out of Vegas. It's a quiet experience. Class is overrated. They have this new place called Tacos Escobar. Right up here. It opened in, I want to say December. It's got some decent reviews, 4.7. That's kind of a rosary rate. You're gonna get 28 bucks. You're gonna be about 48 bucks. I don't always get the resort fee waived. How you doing, Delbert? But 48 bucks compared to the average is like 120. It's pretty good. Am I staying in a hotel? It's, I guess it's 540? Is it? 640. 640. Yeah, I'm at a hotel in downtown Las Vegas. The downtowner. The next step below this place is a hostel, which I've stayed in hostels before. They can be fun, or they can be your worst nightmare. That's a great place to get bed bugs. Yeah, there's this special paint for masonry block that they came out with. I thought it would clean up with soap and water. Holy shit! Yeah, I practically have to use sandpaper to get this crap off of me. I ran out of energy. How you doing, Delbert? I ran out of energy. I got tired of scraping. Yeah, hostels are cool. I don't mind them. Some people would never stay at one, but they're okay. The closer you are, the closer your room is to the alley, the more likely you're to get the sewer gas smell in your room. Ask me how I know. I have found the perfect room. Hey, Lisa Ann, I'm doing pretty good, honey. Missed you on last night's live stream. Hey, Dana. We had a hell of a fun live stream last night. I never do 2 big live streams in a row. It's just too physically demanding. So tonight we're just hanging out for a while. I still have more content from LA I'm rocking. boy, the weather is just like, I don't know, Ronnie, what is it, 75 degrees right now? 74? I'll tell you, if you're ever going to come to Vegas, you want to come in like April, May, October, November. Yeah, like the Zoltar. Yeah. I wish Zoltar was a little more lit up. It was pretty funny. Zoltar. Do you dare have your fortune read? Zoltar tells all. All major currencies accepted. Zoltar the Magnificent. Just doesn't even feel like 82, Ronnie. It just feels so delightful. It wasn't even hot today. It's just the sun is very intense. My Pittsburgh lost. Is that the end of their season, deja vu? Market all time here, Kenny. And remember, I thought the market would top out a year or so ago. Here's what's going on. So I'm in the same boat as you are. As near as I can figure, AI is rationalizing companies' personnel departments so much and so hyper-efficientizing their operations that the profitability is just gone nuclear right here. But that reaches a terminus point where the number of people being laid off, they're also the people that buy your products and stuff. So there comes a point where it sort of tips, it's all good now, but then when you start to have declining demand, if it wasn't for AI build-outs going on with data centers right now, we would have a negative GDP right now. So you got like 5 companies that are accounting for like almost 70% of our GDP right now. Yeah, I never take my streams down, Lisa, and they're always there. I'm doing good, Jessica. I'm having a great night tonight. I'm just having a very easy night. Now, let me tell you, I can tell by Las Vegas, oil prices are biting down here. I'll repeat it, what I said when I first went live tonight. There were 2 subscribers of mine that have never, ever talked about anything economics, cost of living, anything. And those 2 people both wrote me in the same day about how much they paid to fill up their cars. They've never said anything before. I am. Hello. So we're also coming up on a parabolic rise here where speculation is taking over. You can't really cut rates because the 3-month and 6-month T-bill rates are above the Federal Reserve's overnight discount rate. You can't do that. I'm not chugging it, Coolio. You can't cut rates when the T-bill rates are above the Fed funds rate. The Fed follows interest rates, it doesn't lead them. What's going on, Rio? You know, and Trump's got a tiger by the tail over here. I mean, every day the vice tightens on the nuts of the oil supply in the world. You're going to have famine and stuff. We're passing planting season now. A lot of these farmers can't even afford fertilizer. The only thing that's going to pop this is rising interest rates, which are coming. Imagine the economy slowing down and the Fed has to raise interest rates because of too much speculation in the stock market. Then you have the 1929 model again. Yeah, it's the short term. It's the 10-year note. It's at 4.3 something. You can't push it down. We're going to have $3 trillion deficits. Agro's consolidating after an enormous run from $9 to $15. It's going through a consolidation. Newsom will save the world. He has a very good chance of being your next president. And you can all share the wealth. Would you want to be president? No way. No way. Inflation is mind-boggling. Yeah, a couple things, Jessica. Number one, they manipulate a lot of data. Like the unemployment doesn't capture the people that are 1099 contract employees. Don't file for unemployment in most states. You work when you want to work. You don't work when you don't want to work. So you get a 1099 if you're not working. You can't file for unemployment. And 38% of the workers in this country now are gig workers. And you heard Dennis last night on our walk, the Jewish security guard down there on Fremont Street, and he said something like 1,800 Uber drivers quit here because it's too hard to make money. And who in the hell wants to deliver in these casino hotels anyway? Can you imagine fighting the traffic up Las Vegas Boulevard to try to turn into the Wynn Hotel to deliver food? You got Waymo. When I was in LA, Waymo was everywhere. These driverless cars were everywhere, man. Everywhere. I wouldn't bank on Social Security. It's not actuarially sound. We don't have enough young people. And this great wealth transfer that's supposed to take place, something like $500 billion is being burned up in medical care for older people. It costs like, I don't know, $100 to $150,000 a year for a nursing home. There goes mom and dad's money. I've seen so many driverless cars in LA, and I see some down here in Las Vegas running very defined test routes. They're not on the main roads. They're probably better drivers than some of the boobs that are driving around. We live the greatest Yeah, it's a West Coast thing because this is where the technology is all being developed out of California. And it's easy to use it around cities like LA. If, you know, they'll say if you can make it in LA, you can make it anywhere. I haven't heard a lot of complaints about. People said it would be good content if I took a Waymo, start talking to the driver. There's nobody there. Waymo, the lame-o, the Waymo. Oh, Rosie, you're such a dick. What's not plausible? Oh, that breeze feels so nice. There's something magical about being in the desert at nightfall. I've said it before, Ronnie, I'll say it again. It's a magical time. Yeah, they got to employ that, but it's like an Uber driver or something like that. You know, most states you can't file for unemployment because it's like, you know, you can't, when your intention is to just collect unemployment. So that's 38% of the population, at a minimum, would have trouble ever collecting unemployment. You know, I deliver Domino's pizzas. I'm a 1099 employee. I come to work when I want. I leave when I want. My job duties are defined. I don't have any managerial input. Like people that deliver Uber, I mean, there's no way that they can file for unemployment. They're just picking up food at a restaurant. And they're schlepping it out to your house. Tacos Escobar. But you got software engineers being bounced out of their jobs. Shit, the incoming class of computer science at UC Berkeley is down like 48% or something, the size of it. There's just, you don't need to have software engineers in it. Very tough. So Uber refuses to pay. I'm just going to have probably 2 beef and 1 shrimp taco. Uber refuses to pay. That's great. That's great. How you doing, Judy? May's called in as an expert witness. In my opinion, Your Honor, of course, it's in the interest in the U.S., but if you're a 1099 employee, you have to pay your Social Security in, and you got to you got to match it. You can deduct 50% of that, of course, on your income tax, but it's something. That's funny. Shemai's like, no, this is the way it's going to be. Uber refuses to pay. So I guess this is going to be knotted up in court for a year. Meanwhile, the meter's running. I mean, to me, there's an obvious difference between somebody's working as an Uber driver and somebody's working as a taxi driver. Taxi driver, you got to report into a central location. You got to pick up your cab. You got a dispatcher. They're taking care of all the maintenance of your vehicle. Yeah, I can see the difference between the two. Dollar bill will thrill you. But what do I know? Your mileage may vary. My point is a lot of the economy runs on that kind of crap now, 1099 contract employees. Because if you have a 1099 contract employee working in your company, your goal is to get that 1099 employee the hell out the door and gone ASAP. ASAP. That's an expense waiting to be cut. What would I do if I had an extra 10K? I would probably put it I'd put 5,000 into Pacific Gas and Electric, and I'd put 5,000 into Hawaiian Electric. These are two utilities that got absolutely annihilated due to wildfires, but they're slowly rounding the corner and getting into good fiscal shape. I play I've had a good play on agro for you guys. And that's still got a lot more upside to it, agro, the fertilizer, agricultural powerhouse in South America. I'm waiting for Campbell's Soup to cut the dividend to go rolling into that baby. Yep, PG&E and HE, Hawaiian Electric. I've already been in them for a couple years. How you doing, Dave? Good, safe, secure. PG&E is going to start increasing the dividend. It's got to get its cut. The state's got to get its cut. Thus says Shemay, the highest ranking public employee in the state of New Jersey. The Queen of Trenton. That's it. Just take the toupee off and get right back real. That's it, Kevin. That's what I've been accumulating for the past year or so. Just every month accumulating a little bit. And I do mean a little bit. Agro is a great score. The stuff in the Middle East has the potential to not end well. Right now, the longer this thing goes, the more gas prices, the more oil prices ratchet up. Thank you, Jessica. Always such a kind supporter of the channel. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Jessica is back. Ooh. Thank you, sweetie. I picked June of 2027 as the point where everything hits the fan. Hey, how you doing, James? Oh. Well, thank you, sweetie. Design professionals. I don't know. I don't know, Elmer. One of my Hollywood studios for Edith Head, fashion designer. Too funny. Too funny. Well, I'm glad we can hang out a little bit. See, settling down. I think we're in a tough situation, David. And this is just my opinion, and here's why I say that. Number one, we're not really clear about what capabilities Iran still has left. Now remember, in a matter of an hour, all of our bases were taken out in the Gulf, all 12 of them. Massive damage. The personnel had to go to hotels to stay and shit. I mean, it was unexpected. That barrage so totally overwhelmed the defensive systems that it was like a denial of service when a hacker gets in and so overwhelms the server that it just destroys it. That's number one. We don't know what they have. We got pretty burnt in that barrage that came in. We lost one of our AWACS planes. We lost a THAAD missile system. Expensive. Was that expected by the U.S.? Hell no. In other words, we went from feeling like war was going to be offensive from now on. All of a sudden we have a defensive situation here. Where Iran is, has the ability to defend and cause mayhem. Here's another thing. If we start to attack again, I feel quite sure that Iran is just going to unleash and just devastate the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, large parts of Saudi Arabia, some other places over there on the Gulf, and you're going to have a civilian population crisis. You're going to have 50 million people that can't get a drink of water. When desalination plants go down and all that, you're going to have the biggest humanitarian crisis in history. Now, do you want to be the president that potentially sees that happen? I mean, this is what ties the hands right now. Of course, Iran could be wiped off the map in a matter of an hour. but not before they get off some real damage that could make the Persian Gulf an oil slick like we haven't seen before. Hey, Chattanooga, what's going on? It's not right for civilians, but remember, every war through history has become more civilian casualties and more destruction on civilians. In the Civil War, no battle was fought in the city. They were all out in the countryside. Crimean War, all out in the middle of nowhere. World War I was fought between France and Germany in that area. Very few civilian casualties. World War II, you started to have a massive upsurge of civilian casualties because the war started to come into cities. Dresden, Tokyo, London, all these places. All of a sudden you started to have a rapid rise in civilian casualties. Now you fast forward to now, we're already looking at famine no matter what happens right now. You're not going to unplug this Strait of Hormuz. It's going to be months to get that shit straightened out, even if peace was declared tomorrow. And if the shit hits the fan over there, you're going to have 50 million people that are dying of thirst. And they're going to have to go somewhere. And where are they going to go? They're going to flood into Europe. Yeah, probably shouldn't have dipped into that pond, but who am I to say? Now you're in it, and, you know, both sides kind of got each other by the nuts. And Iran says we're not going to give up our refined uranium and go suck an egg. Do what you're going to do, and what are we going to do? Well, we thought it was going to be Venezuela. And I'm back, you know, whoever the president is, I want our nation to succeed. But that doesn't mean that you can't have questions about strategies that's pursued, especially if the ends don't justify the means. You can't destroy the economies of the Gulf nations. You know, already the people around the world aren't thinking about the United States in the same way that they used to. So, you know, we're losing allies. You know, if it wasn't for Germany, all of our shit is hosted in Germany. All of our shit. That's where all our planning takes place. Everything takes place over there. The deserts, man, it's like they added a lick of, they have or haven't added a lick of paint. Well, we are all Americans, but we do have free speech, and I'm fearful, Jessica. I can tell that totalitarianism is creeping in. What's going on, Seal? I don't say that loosely. I can see some commentators, Mark Levin and others, are calling for censorship. And Pete Hegseth says, you know, you shouldn't broadcast things that are contrary to, you know, you're giving aid and comfort to the enemy. Remember in World War I, we had the Espionage Act. You couldn't publish shit. You couldn't even say boo. In 1917, 1918, they would haul your ass out and arrest you, and they did. If they determined that anything that you said or printed was contrary to the support of the United States, you were out of there, man. I'm sensing the same thing coming now. You know, when you have this Secretary of War sitting there in front of Congress and telling a congressperson you're giving aid and comfort to the enemy by, you're making our service people feel bad when you say we should, you know, it's a quagmire and all this stuff. Well, it's only 2 months, it's not a quagmire. The quagmires measured in years, not months. If this thing ended tomorrow, it would be the shortest war in the last 100 years. Oh, you couldn't have it. Oh, shit. You don't know the half of World War One. There were thousands, when the draft was called in, there were thousands of people that intentionally maimed and hurt themselves. So they wouldn't be, there was all kinds of bullshit that was going on. So people didn't have the balls to say anything that would be counter to the war effort. And a lot of people got in a lot of trouble, and a lot of people got shipped the hell out of this country. Who was your favorite president of the last 50 years? Ross Perot and Ron Paul. I guess Ronald Reagan was my favorite, because he turned around a nation that was dispirited, down at the mouth, and made you feel good about your country again. Oh, World War I was horrible, Seal. Not just the death and mayhem, but the dirty loose ends that it left. The dirty, terrible loose ends that are reverberating in the Middle East right now, and you can lay it all at the feet of England. That's why I always have to laugh when Kern Starmer says, we're not involved, we're not going to be involved. Dude, you're the original sin, dude. You're the source of all the shit that came down. All this Zionism, all this crap. Let's be honest. Start pounding round pegs into square holes, you're going to have a bit of a problem. That's why I say, Rio Bird, you can talk about World War II and stuff, but the most destructive war was World War I. Why do I say that? Because it's the war that keeps on giving and giving and giving. Bosnia, Serbia, Herzegovina, Ukraine, Crimean Peninsula, Turkey, the whole Middle East, Palestine, Syria, Iraq, all of it. Yeah, it's a climax of, so it was a very, very terrible, and the more you look into World War I, the worse it gets. The worse the U.S. involvement gets. Until you finally come away with the conclusion this was just fault for economic interests, the United States getting into it. For profits. But it's the gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving, folks. It just keeps on giving. So I think Trump says, you know what? We'll just keep this blockade going. It's nice, easy, breezy. The problem is the oil price just starts to really strangle. Yeah, the United States war industries made a fortune at World War I, an absolute fortune. And when you start really digging into the history beyond the textbook history, and you really dig into the truth about things like Lusitania, and you find out that know, the English damaged more American shipping leading up to our involvement than the Germans ever did. And that there were plenty of warnings given that the United States could have told people don't go on these passenger ships, don't go on these cargo ships, but they purposely wanted people to go onto these ships. I mean, in a matter of 6 months, Woodrow Wilson did a dramatic about face with all this stuff. A gallon of real oil only went up $2 from last year. What we have here, seal haters, we have a transmission issue. In other words, when we see the price of oil in the futures market or the commodity market like today, $105, $106 a barrel, it takes a couple months to really ripple through to airlines begin to cut schedules and flight attendants start to get laid off. And railroads become less profitable. Trucking becomes really problematic. And you start to see the ripple. It takes time. Food inflation hits. Well, I'm sorry, Kroger or Market Basket, we have to charge you a 10% fuel surcharge on your deliveries. I mean, what's Market Basket going to do? Eat it? No. Yeah, airlines are already cutting flights, so it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So who is in the better strategic position? I would say Iran is, because they don't have to do anything. And the rest of the world just gets pissed off. They're not going to be pissed off in Iran. How much longer is China? There must be a red line that you can't cross with China. I mean, where's that red line? Japan, Korea. So you tell me, seal hater, who's in the stronger position? It's not always a war of bombs, it's also a war of strategy these days. We can easily win the material war of destruction, but you can't easily win the strategic war these days. And that's what I think modern warfare is starting to point out. Everybody came up empty-handed in Afghanistan. We just learned a lot in this war that the old rule book of how to make war is gone. You got drones, drone warfare, missiles that can overwhelm. Even Patriot missile systems can only take out X number of targets. But what if you have X times 20 that's up in the sky just flooding in? You're dead. And there's, wait till they, if they take out an aircraft carrier or something. First line battleship. AI, that's a whole different story. Seal. That shit's on such a runaway ramp right now. How you doing, Ace? What's going on? So it's not an easy situation. I don't see an easy way out. I mean, it would take a gutsy president to say, well, we've achieved our objectives. We'll be back again if we see any evidence of a nuclear weapon being developed, but we're going home. Ship will get partially right. Well, the only thing that works against that is you build that fear of what we had, that woke movement. It just, all they have to do is replay those videos of all that lunacy that occurred, and people will be like, oh shit. Do we really want to go back to that crap? Oh, thank you, CEO. I got some more coming up. Vato, I've been working down here in Vegas. I was working in LA and I'm working here. I'm volunteering here, but I was working in LA. A lot of people don't want to go back to that woke bullshit. Well, it is being reset. My fear is things that the pendulum swings so hard now, it won't be reset in a normalized way. We'll have a radicalization here. We'll have a lot of radicals come in. Say the company. I'm sure it's Lockheed Martin or Raytheon. My younger daughter's involved in all that stuff. She works directly with all of the contractors. Yeah, you never want to tip your hand, Kenny, if you don't have to. You don't want to unveil a new weapon. Yeah, you want it to be more balanced. But the budgetary pressures are going to be so extreme deja vu. By June 2027, come hell or high water, it is done. You run that through you ask AI, you get through the Greta Thunberg layer, it takes 4 or 5 goes. You tell AI, be honest, don't give me the Chamber of Commerce, don't give me the Greta Thunberg. You ask what things look like in June of 2027. You better be sitting down when you hear what AI says. I think bases are obsolete, Seal. In a matter of an hour, 12 of our bases got taken out in the Gulf region. You had service people scrambling to stay in hotels, to stay in people's homes, civilian homes. The last thing they ever expected was to be hit. It's very asymmetric now, Seal. You have a $500,000 Patriot missile against $50,000 Iranian drone. In other words, we've blown through so much of our missile capability. Yeah, bases and schools are probably now obsolete. Bases and ships. It only takes one lucky shot with an overwhelming amount of incoming drones and concentrated fire to wreak major damage. And the Iranians have already shown they have good targeting capability. They hit that AWACS plane on the ground in Saudi Arabia. Look at that beautiful moon coming up over there. Well, it's not going to let me show it. Got that big, beautiful moonrise right there. I think this whole war seal just ripped up the rule book on everything that every war college studied and everything. I think you can throw it all out the window. I mean, the last thing that we expected was bases to be hit. And that just basically crippled our ability to strategically launch. The only ace in the hole. Yeah, I know Professor Zhang very well, yes. Yeah, I know Professor Zhang. But you have to remember, he's in Beijing, and what he says is carefully monitored by the Chinese People's Liberation Army. To be honest, China's got its own set of hellacious problems. I'm going to get tacos tonight.
Maybe. I don't trust you.
Look at that moon over St. Joe's. Look at that. Yeah, I follow them all. Danny Haifeng, Daniel Davis, Colonel Douglas McGregor, Professor Zhang. There's somebody screaming and cursing. I haven't had Mexican food in so long. Some people just sit there cursing up a storm. Oh man. Sorry guys, I had the Wi-Fi on. I had the Wi-Fi on there. I had the Wi-Fi. Yeah, sorry about that. I had the Wi-Fi still on. I had the Wi-Fi still on. Yeah, I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off. That's why it got really rangy all of a sudden. People are waiting for the dragon to go off. Yeah, you can also get them at the Plasma Donation Center on Fremont.
Yeah, come on in. I know you've been waiting for this moment. Let me show you what it's all about. We've been waiting on
No, I
days,
haven't, TC.
waiting on the
Hey,
fire.
Shawnee.
Well, now it's time to wake me up. Can you feel the change? Man, it's on the rise, baby. I can see it in your eyes. There's a connection with the flame. That's the name.
Dave, how you doing? It's really good to see you.
We've been waiting all this time for us to go. Time to get up and go. It's a brand new night. Can you feel it in your soul?
Boy, you can feel that heat.
Where the lights never fade. We're living for this night in the groove we know is right. We'll do the sunset. Can you feel it now? It's time to get down to the side. Get down to the side. Get down to the now the rhythms in your veins like a spark in the night, a fire in the heart. We're reaching new heights. Every beat you make, every move you make, it's alright tonight. Yeah, it's alright tonight. And the stars are coming now, lighting us all up. It's the time to stand up. Time to stand up. It's a
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
new night. We're holding on to the light. Welcome to the magic sunset. Where the lights never fade. We're living for tonight in the groove we never take. To the magic sunset. Can you feel it now? Time to make it real. Get down in the side.
The reason you can't really have Waymo or driverless taxis down here too much because drunk people are too unpredictable. The algorithm models have a difficult time with random behavior. Tomorrow night we'll be here for shrimp fried rice. Hey, Icy. Oh, another wedding. Another nice looking bride. Brides have been nice this year. Young lovers. You got the flow of it, Seal. Young lovers. They're nice looking ones, man. We went through a rough patch a couple years ago. Seal, we went through a rough patch. We're doing a news crew. Oh, another one here. Tomorrow night's gonna be popping. Young lovers. It's a night of young lovers. free my soul. Gonna get lost in your rock and roll. Ooh, oh, good boy, Taco is one. The old salon of beauties.
Give me the big boys and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll engine, boy.
Can you feel the love tonight in Taco Escobar?
Oh, give me the big boys and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock
Tacos Escobar. I'm gonna get them with the crispy cheese shell. Order up. What, you want me to order up here? For takeaway?
Oh, for takeaway? Doesn't matter.
You guys got the typical like platter with like 2 tacos, Spanish rice, and beans, or?
No, it just comes a la carte. We have.
All right, okay. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. They tell me your carne asada is good.
Yeah.
Your camarón is good.
That's
2
my favorite.
carnes, 1 camarón on the cheesy shell, the hard shell.
Okay. You want them all on the cheesy shell or just the camarón?
Yeah. You have corn or flour?
So the camarón comes with the flour. The carne asada comes with the corn.
Yeah, so 2 will be on the corn. We're going to do the cheesy shell for the camarón.
You got it.
I think that'll be all right.
Okay, excellent. And you said it's to go, right?
Yeah, I'm going to get that to go.
Excellent. What's a good name for the order?
Just put it under Rosie.
Rosie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Short for Roseville. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Rosie, 2 carne asada and a camarón on the cheese shell. It's going to be
Yeah, keep
$21.67.
it changed.
You sure?
A couple ice water I can drink while I'm waiting.
I got you, brother.
Oh, you got it right here.
Yeah, we have some right there. If you want some ice, I could always put them in a
Yeah,
cup for
can you
you.
get some ice for me?
Absolutely. One second.
Thank you, Seal Hater. I appreciate you.
Excellent. There you are, sir.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything else, all right?
No, they don't really do. That'll be all right. 3 tacos will be fine. I'd like it when they have a platter, when they have the Spanish rice along with the black beans. I don't like the refried beans. I think I got 1 on the cheese shell, the shrimp one, and the other 2 are on corn tortillas. I'm not a big fan of flour tortillas. So they do things a little bit differently here. Everything is a la carte. just want chips, it's $2. If you want chips and salt, it's like $6. No, it's super comfortable, Seal. It's not. It was wretched hot when I was here in March. That's why it's a good time to paint right now before it really gets the heat on. Tomorrow's May 1st. That's when we get the yellow light. Be cautious. Next time I come down, I won't be able to live stream unless I have a cooler and all that shit going on. There's no way. Medicine board of these. Those days will be coming back, Kenny. Vegas is a luxury. It's not a necessity. And you got to do something to overcome these fuel prices. People aren't used to seeing $5 a gallon here. I'm used to it where I am. These people from Arizona, they're not used to that shit. Going out to the bar, Ronnie nights. Have a good time. Just remember, what goes around comes around. It's pretty bad, Cindy. I told you I had two subscribers, never talked about anything about money before. In emails to me, and both of them talked about how much they paid to fill up their car today. They never talked about that stuff. Yeah, Kenny, well, you used to have $9 rooms in the Manor, but they're gonna need heads in the beds here. And every day this war lingers, the vice squeezes on fuel. Every time it drops down a little bit, people go in and buy it, it goes up to a new high. I don't know where it might be, $150, $200 a barrel. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Work from home, yeah, it's great to work from home unless you're building a car in the Ford Motor Plant in Dearborn, Michigan. It's hard to work from home. Yeah, I don't know what you're paying up there in Alaska, but I don't know what the refining capability is in Alaska. I don't know. You have good supply. Scotty, I'm sure when I go home it's going to be close to $7 a gallon in Santa Rosa. I know that. Northern California in the Bay Area has the highest gas prices in the nation. Yeah, the whale blubber. That's great. Bring back the whale blubber for our lanterns. Seal hater, they'll be getting See if we got any more young lobbers here. Let's get another beer going. It's the year of the belly. If you got a good belly, you got a good belly. Kids are playing with wieners. Kind of cool. They opened up the old Salon of Beauty for karaoke bar. See, we still got young lobbers down here getting photos. Hooray for young lobbers. Glad you could be here, guys, tonight. This is just a shorty night. Got to recover from last night. We got smiling young lobbers. Look at that. Yes. Love is blind, marriage is an eye-opener. Like a sugar daddy. Imagine being this guy, you got to schlep this thing around all night. What a job. What a job. Yeah, hey TC, that's like my friend
It's just so crazy. It's
Mr. Z, same way. Yeah, it's time to chuck into another brew before we eat. See, I surprised you guys. You thought I was going to get barbecue again tonight. I'll be there tomorrow night. I got to keep all the boys happy down here. Boy, it's so nice. The days are longer. I'll be sad on my birthday, but I'll be happy because the days start to get shorter again. And then I'll be asking Ronnie, when does sunset? Oh no, December 21st, 4:30 at night. Thing blew its top. Boy, that sewer smell. It's pretty quiet on the big top here tonight. The big bus. That could be you up there, Seal Hater. There you are, brother. Up on the big top. You want to be right up front on that baby. Seal Hater's the best, man. And then there's this poor club. They just can't make a go of it here. This is just a disaster. All the lighting is already burned out on it. The flames will burn you. Tell you, Seal, the flames will do a number on your crotch if you're too close. You can feel the heat from over here, brother. Now I know what it feels like when a bomb goes off, the heat. It'll singe your sack, man. I want to tell you, you can feel that propane when that heat. Something. I don't even go down that alley now. There's so many people hanging up down there now. I gotta run the other gauntlet here. Somebody just called me an MF off the truck there. I think they threatened to kill me. Something about me inspires anger in some people. I don't know what it is. Hit that thumbs up button. We might be able to get 100 tonight. On an off night, we got 200 last night. That was a classic stream last night.
How you doing, sir?
Good evening, folks. Maybe they gave me some chips in here. Maybe they threw it in. Some places give you a little bonus. This fills up here, and then every once in a while they got to kick everybody out of here. Saturday night, tomorrow night we have another mega stream. We're going to be down on Wedding Row. We'll start around 4 o'clock or so. We'll go all the way down to, hell, we might even go down to Circus tomorrow. Yeah, it was fun last night. And then we'll head up. We're going to get some shrimp fried rice. Of course, we're going to end at the Atomic there. We're going to be brewing over there. Then we're going to get some shrimp fried rice. Yeah, it's a young lover stream. There'll be many young lovers. Friday nights, I'm sure, is booked out. We got police there. Remember when I grew up, we didn't need this shit. This is why you have speed bumps in your neighborhood, security cameras everywhere, paramilitary police operations, because people have lost the ability to police themselves. Civilization is slipping from our grasp. Think it's going to get better? And they just painted that from blue to orange today. Wow, that's pretty wild. That was blue this morning. That's what my whole book is about. That speed bump is systematic. It's a monument to today's society. Are you proud of me?
Okay.
Did I pass?
Yeah.
The judge is in.
All these other
Barbecue. I can't help it. I grew up in Baltimore, man. It was all about it. Crab cakes, crabs, and barbecue, man. That was it. That's it. Let's grab a beer real quick. I'll be helping out Judith. I'm painting Father's second part of the house. I'll be helping out. We're going to try to do a mid-year food if anybody wants to fill up, help out a little bit so they don't have to immediately dig down. That money really is needed for summer. That we rose, the money we raised. They try not to dip into that till June. All right, let me wash my hands and grab a beer here. Last night I got locked out. I forgot my damn key. All right, stand by. It's gonna take a week for all this damn paint to come off my hands. I got some special masonry block paint. You can hardly remove that crap. I think we're gonna go up front. We're gonna get a small bag of Doritos for a cocktail accompaniment. On it. Last night I came down with lumbago. I couldn't climb that ladder, I busted my balls. Last night we came down with lumbago. Let's get a brew. Let's get a couple bucks out. Let's get a snack bag. Do we have a $2? Yeah, we do. Our tipping has been ultra generous this trip. Let's get our beer. We need a bigger bag to carry shit. Let's get our Benny's bag. Oh, by the way, I got a DJI microphone set up because my sound quality's been so horrendous on some of these street reviews. Here's the solution. Clip on Bluetooth. Yeah. Thank you to my daughter. Being in my videos and watching them, she's like, oh, we got to work on that sound. She's like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. All right, stand by. We got a couple bucks. We got our bag here. We'll come back and pick this up. Let's go up front. Let's make sure we have our key. No, I wasn't expecting a camera, but I would like to get a good travel camera. But I'm waiting till I want to see what this new GoPro with the removable lens is going to do. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll be back in a second to pick that up. It's going to help with the wind noise. It's also going to help. Good evening. It's going to help with the, because this doesn't have a backward-facing camera, and it's terrible when I'm doing a food review and the camera's on like my daughter and I have to do a lot of post-processing with software, and it's just a lot of extra work that doesn't really need to be done. Let's keep it with our, do we want nachos tonight? Why not? Yeah, put it on my tab.
What tab? How cute tab?
Start a tab. Yeah, I figured I'd figure that. It was so bad, I even put a text on the video. I know what I got to do. Remember, I'm always on a path slowly over time to try to improve quality. The thumbnails have improved a lot with utilizing AI. All right, let's let our food sit here for a while. It ain't going anywhere. And let's grab a beer. And we'll have a little cocktail first. I like to use a Hillbilly iced cooler. Oh, that's so cold. Feels like you got it going on. Yeah, I still got my drone. But now, what's the point when you got this drone footage that's so good? All right, let's go have a brew first. Should we sit in the back? Seems pretty nice right here. Let's grab a chair. They've been hiding the chairs now since I've been moving them all over the place. So I got two microphones, so if I'm interviewing Father Creer or somebody else, and he can put a microphone on too. And it might be, you know, for some of the longer live streams, but I don't want that shit to get stolen. I think it's more for recorded video. Our street streams are okay. Hey, BW. Nice thing. You know, when you spend 22 years paying for your kids, it's nice when they turn around and tell my daughter, you probably have to, the day you'll come, you have to wipe my behind. Oh, ew. Cheers. She said, I'll pay somebody to come in and do it. Is that a girl? Sometimes our down nights are kind of fun too. We just sit and bullshit a little bit. It's kind of nice too. Nice thing about being down here and working and then live streaming too, you're burning up a shitload of calories every day. You can eat whatever the hell you want. That's the beauty of live streaming. Humidity's up a slight bit tonight. Is Ronnie still here, or did Ronnie go to the bar? I have been hydrating. I picked up a case of water. I have it in the van. I always super hydrate when I'm down here in Vegas. Summertime, when I'm on a live stream and it's 120 degrees and we're fighting heat and massive loss of moisture, I'll have like 2 Gatorades, 2 waters, and I won't even pee. McDouble price down to $2.50 gas prices. I don't know. I haven't had I haven't been to McDonald's in forever. I wanted to review. Well, I'm from Baltimore, water. Go to Baltimore and say water, you'll get slapped. Yeah, wash your clothes. Washington, D.C. How you doing, hon? We going down Bo Brooks tonight. We gonna have some crabs, man. We gonna have a mess of crabs. Then we gonna go watch the Orioles game and have a couple of brewskis. Grab your money. It's up on the bureau. Oh, that's it. Friday. I've already been on the road a week. I don't have to worry. You got the cats all taken care of. Plus, worst comes to worst, there's always 80 other places the cats can eat. Ronnie, do you see what the humidity is on Vegas tonight? Whenever you see some clouds, you kind of think humidity's building in a little bit. As long as that band holds up. summertime I have a truck that's air conditioned, but who knows what the hell oil price, gas prices will be then. Can you imagine $8 a gallon in California? It is a nice night to relax. My family knows that we do that. I don't know. I haven't had AC for 3 years in a van. 13%. That's still pretty low. Not too bad. I get about 30 miles per gallon on the highway. Unless I'm pushing 80, 90, then I'll get about 27. Anybody complaining, BW? Like shit, I am. I don't mean to laugh, man. That's pretty funny. I wonder how many people actually call the 800 number and say my Doritos is like a cat's ass. Till 19 May 2026. What's up, Bettis? How you doing, honey? It's great to see you tonight. Just hanging out, a big day painting today. Got half the paint on my, I'm wearing it here. I never had paint that was so hard to remove. Latex. But it's made for masonry blocks, so it's got some special formulation. I'm gonna be a lot more careful tomorrow. You better believe it. Yeah, I didn't have any around. I just used good abrasion and soap and everything. Wow, it's like, yeah, I'm doing good, Fetish. Just had another grandchild. All right, let me grab this. I haven't had Mexican food in so long. nice to be out here before the roaches start showing up in June and July, August. Yep, second one in a year. Oh. Yeah, I was on the East Coast in late February. All right, let's see what we got here. Tacos Escobar. They gave me green salsa, some kind of other joy juice. They gave me lime. Got some extra tacos. It's the way they come wrapping to you like that. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna try the yeah, over here on this side, up front on the left-hand side. You're welcome. This is the side. These things are really small. Cheese. What the hell this one is? I mean, what the hell is it? What the hell she gave me here? Give me the right one. I don't know what that ain't no crispy shell. Tastes okay, but for $6, it's a bit of a, I don't know what the other one is. They said it's in a cheese shell. I don't know what the hell it is. How in the hell do you eat? Cheese tortilla. I don't know how in the hell you eat it. Take a bite. Tastes all right. I am. Yeah, I think it would do better for a street taco stand. I thought it was going to be like a Dorito shell. $21 for 3. It would cost a lot of money, Rick, to go to Chinatown by taxi from where I am. Even Uber like prime time now. Plus Uber drivers hate this town because they have to sit in traffic so long. Nobody likes to hang out in traffic. And the traffic can be murder. It's not like a taxi driver. He doesn't care if he takes you all over God's acres. The meter's running. I think that's some of the most disappointing Mexican I've read. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it now. Nobody needs to see me slobbing over the rest of my stuff. I want to thank you for being here. A short one tonight, very long working day today. Tomorrow we got the mega stream. It'll be starting about 4 o'clock. We'll be going down Las Vegas Boulevard. Make sure that you are there. To my moderators, thank you for everything that you do. I appreciate all of you very much. Ronnie, Shimei here tonight, Seattle Judy. Thank you so much. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, we can still get to 100 tonight with your help. Thank you, everybody.